How do you deal with troubleshooting personalities?
That's a great one, because there's so many personalities out there, right? I mean, there's so many that can be seen, and there's so many that can't be seen. And what we do is we basically identify the personalities in the workplace, and sometimes you could get your people that are really outgoing and your talkers, right? So, you have somebody on the phone where, okay, your job is to answer a phone call, not really talk to them about the weather or talk to them about, you're very outgoing, you're very passionate about what you do, but you really elongate the conversation. So we have cheerleaders, we have so many different personalities. And what I will say this is, depending on the personalities, is you take, let's say your cheerleader can be somebody who can really, be that brand ambassador, or really be that person to really bring up the team, bring up the spirits. And you got to have them talk in an informal gathering. And I do that regularly where, think of it as this, I hate to say it, but if I get hit by a car tomorrow, you really need to have your alpha employee ready to go. He's the cheerleader. He's the person that can really be you. I mean, there's going to be some mold and some, training that's involved, but you need to have that thought in your mind that personality, that person's going to be my replacement one day, and you got to really identify them. And there's so much other personalities that you got to work on. So just basically by taking different personality traits, having them sit with different people, or hey, you're a little loud, you got to work on this. And we see so many types in the call center.
As far as introverts and extroverts, how do they deal? How effective are they on these calls? Is one dealing with it better than the other? You know how they say actors are usually quiet and introverted, but yet they're great on stage. Does that play into this at all? It's
funny you ask that. Every call center, they have a particular greeting, right? Thank you for calling, Joe Schmo. My name is Ted. I see you're calling on blah, 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 right? And there's people, in my experience, that do that very well. So it's really about getting the people that have a problem with the greeting with the people that can do it very well. Have them sit with them for a day. I want you to sit with James. See how he does his greeting. He can do it really well. And there's other people that are reverses. They do the greeting very well, but sometimes they have a hard time with technical terms, or they're not the strongest technically. So it can be hard to really balance the people that really got the soft skills down versus technical skills down, or the technical jargon. Or they might be given too much jargon. Thinking of it this way is, I use this analogy a lot, is you got to know who you're talking to on the phone, because you could be talking to an end user, you could be talking to a technician. Number one is you got to understand who you're talking to and really talk on their level. If you're talking to someone that doesn't really know it too well, I hate to say it, but talk to them like you're talking to an 8-year-old is what I say, right? Is you really got to be very open with them to really lead them into what's going on. Okay, I want you to take your mouse, or I want you to click on the Windows keyboard. It looks like, a couple squares on your keyboard, bottom left. Or I want you to do this. And you really got to talk to them to their level. And it can be challenging, but we see it every day.